Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. If you haven't been here before, my name is Kian and I'm so excited for today's video because we are going to try some cozy hobbies. Been here a while, you know I love to start new hobbies, so I thought I would do a whole video just trying a few new ones. So I actually went on Craftsy. If you haven't heard of them before, it is an online community for DIY and crafting enthusiasts. They have thousands of classes on there, from knitting to crochet to embroidery, quilting, literally anything that your crafty heart could desire. There is a class on it on Craftsy. Another cool thing is they include downloadable resources as well, so I can just download the pattern straight from Craftsy for this project. Today is kind of my prep day, so I'm going to run out to the store and we're going to buy all the supplies we need to try these new hobbies. Okay, we are out of the mall. Let's do a little haul. The first place I went was the craft store. We literally only have one tiny craft store on the whole island, so my options are very limited. They didn't have a ton of yarn to choose from, but I did find this called Feels Like Butter. So they are quite soft and I just really loved the color options they had. Polyester, unfortunately, but I think I'm gonna make for my first project a little case to hold my Kindle, so I don't really care if it's polyester. And then I found these little yellow buttons that I thought would look cute with the Kindle case. On the yarn it recommended a certain needle size, so I just went ahead and got as close to that as possible. I found these like wooden ones that I thought were really cute. Not sure the difference in quality, but I went with these. Also got some point protectors and project stoppers. I think this helps hold the project on here when you are taking breaks maybe. And then the tutorial on Craftsy said I also needed a tapestry needle, so I went ahead and bought this little kit that comes with a carrying case as well. Then I went over to the fabric store, which is in the same mall, and found a couple of fabrics to make my quilted stockings. So I ended up going with this little kind of like muted gingham. I just thought it was super classy and I think the quilting will like really bring it to life. And then for the contrast, which is going to be on the top of the stocking, I just found this kind of like very neutral muslin. So there's our little combo for that. Intended to get some batting. I've never done quilting before, so I'm very thankful that I have a very clear tutorial to follow. But she said you needed batting. I actually talked to the ladies at the store and they recommended for a stocking to just use this. I'm not exactly sure what it is. It's like an iron-on fleece, and they said it would be a lot easier than batting for this project. So that is what I picked up. Then I was also looking for a walker foot for my machine because in the tutorial she recommends a walker foot. They didn't have the one for my machine, but she did recommend just using jean needles. She said she uses these for everything and it should work perfectly for quilting. Before I go home, I stopped for a strawberry milk tea boba. Looks so good. Let's do a taste test. Whoa. I just got so many flavors at once. Let's give it a stir. Wow. So good. The boba is so fresh, it is still warm. So yummy. And the strawberry puree, real strawberry. What a lovely ending to my day out. It's from Westside Boba if you're ever on Maui. Good morning, it is the next day. I had to show you guys, this is my first time doing a heart with my latte art. It's definitely not perfect, but I'm very excited. There she is. Okay, I am going to start this morning off by taking the knitting class on Craftsy. I found this really cute one with a daughter and her mom. Honestly, if you have a child that wants to learn knitting, I would definitely recommend this class because it's so entertaining and engaging and cute. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep watching that one. I just feel like knitting is gonna be such a cozy hobby to do when I wake up or before bed as I'm winding down. I know a lot of people like travel with their knitting stuff and do it on planes, and I don't know. I'm hoping I can be a knitting girl. I used to knit when I was probably in middle school, I want to say, so I do remember it being enjoyable and fairly easy. My sister tried to teach me to crochet when she was in town, and I don't know if it was the yarn that was just so hard to work with, but I definitely feel like crochet was harder to pick up than knitting, so we'll see if I'm right. Okay, I found the perfect Craftsy class for my quilted stocking. So I just went ahead and printed off the pattern for it, which I think is so cool that a lot of the sewing classes come with these free resources with it. If you guys want to try Craftsy, the first 1,000 people to click the link in my description will get a full year premium membership for only $1.49. I was shook when I saw what they were offering, like a full year premium membership for $1.49. That is less than a pack of gum these days, like actually. Anyways, so if you guys want to check it out, definitely do it. I'm gonna follow along and start working on this stocking project.
The first thing you want to do is iron your fabric and then fold it together.
I actually have sewed before. If you've been around for a little bit, it is a hobby I just kind of re-picked up recently, and I've made a few things. However, this is going to be my first time quilting, so I was a little bit intimidated by it, but after previewing this class, I feel like it's going to be a little bit easier than I expected. So I'm excited to do my first quilting project, and I feel like this stocking is going to be the perfect intro project. I'm hoping I can get it done in like an hour or two. We'll see. I feel like I always predict sewing projects are going to take way less time than they do, but like how long could it really take to make a stocking? I don't know. I'm hoping it's not going to be that long.
much nicer, so when we press later, it'll prevent some puckers. Now, it's difficult to hang our stocking with a chimney with care if we don't have a loop. We'll explore that next.
Project is going pretty good so far. I've now gotten to the part where I need to quilt, and this is the part I'm very unfamiliar with, so the class on Craftsy has been very helpful. It's very informative. So the only thing I changed was when I went to the store, instead of getting batting, they recommend I get this like iron-on fleece. They said it would be a bit easier than doing batting, so that's what I did. So it is a little bit different than what she recommends in the video, but apparently I just apply heat to the back of this and it should stick on, and then I'm gonna start quilting the first time ever, so hopefully this goes well. That line was pretty crooked.
And so right off the edge, and we don't have on the batting, with a small project like this, we can sew right off the edge and we don't have to worry about burying the ends. So what I'm gonna do is
It's time to get out the seam ripper. The seam ripper. It's time to get out the seam ripper. Ah! Okay, I should have rewatched the video before I started sewing, because she says that you don't have to backstitch at the beginning and end of your lines. So I feel like these would be hidden anyways. Should I just leave it? I just think like that first line is already crooked, and I'm wondering if I should make the stitches bigger. But yeah, see how it's crooked? One thing I'll say about sewing is it's not always the most relaxing thing to do, because I just feel like things, almost every project I do, I make a big mistake like this. I guess it's not like a huge mistake, but that it just takes a while to fix it. I feel like sewing has probably the biggest learning curve and the biggest time commitment without the biggest, like the payoff takes the longest, I think, compared to knitting. I feel like you can be way more mindless when you're knitting. So that is something to think about if you're trying to pick up a cozy hobby. I don't know if I would say sewing is the best mindless one, because it does take a lot of concentration and mental. Like, it definitely helps you grow as a person, I'll just say that. I don't even know if it's worth it. Maybe we'll just make this the back of the stocking. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Let's just carry on. Gonna take too long.
and then cut my thread. And don't worry if you wobble a bit. No one's gonna see the tape in the end, so don't worry about that. And to do your next
I'm a little worried,
stitching,
Karen.
what you
I'm
wanna
a little
do
worried.
is line it up.
Like, that looks good, Karen. That looks good. This, not so much. Let me just take this piece of tape off. Okay, here is the first reveal. We're gonna turn the sucker inside out and see what we're working with. Cute. The base. Now I'm gonna add the lining and the little, what's this called? I forgot what it's called, but let's keep going. Okay, it's the moment of truth. Okay, the only mistake is that the loop, I accidentally didn't attach the other end of it. One stocking is done.
In like an hour or two.
But I will show you this tomorrow when the lighting is better. The worst part about sewing is definitely cleaning everything up. Not gonna lie, all day today I've been thinking how much I just want to sit on the couch and knit, which I think is a good sign that I have been enjoying it.
I was on a computer.
You didn't.
I was bored.
Just got back from a 3-year stint in a biosphere in Arizona. Can I give him your number?
No.
I'm not talking to you.
My lucky day.
Good morning. It is the next day and today I really want to dive into knitting. I know I started earlier in this video, but I'm thinking we're going to change a few things up. I went on Craftsy and searched for another knitting class. This one is definitely more in depth, so I'm going to recommend this one to you. It's called Startup Library Knitting by Susan B. Anderson, and I've watched the first few videos and she just does a really good job of going into depth of yarn and needle size and understanding them. Because I started this project, I wanted to make a little pouch for my Kindle, but look how many stitches I did. So when I cast it on, I thought it was like this much. So I was like, oh, that'll be the perfect size. But as I keep doing more rows, it's getting bigger and bigger, and I'm like, this is huge and it's gonna take me forever to finish this project because my yarn is not that like chunky and my needles are pretty tiny. So I think I need a little more direction, so that's why I'm switching to this class. I'm gonna watch her videos. We might need to go to the store to get a couple, like a different needle size I'm thinking, and maybe a little bit chunkier of a yarn. But we will see. I'm gonna actually watch more of the tutorial before I buy anything, because that's probably what I should have done with this one.
Knit row, you're using this needle here. When you're going
Yay!
purl row, you would
Gotta
be
put the
using
yarn on
this needle
first.
here. If you put
Gotta
a
put the
smaller
sew.
end on this needle, or
Gotta take this off, and then you can put this on top. Good job! Yay! Okay, I went to the store and we got a new thing of yarn. This one's much thicker and fluffy. Literally, we only have like 2 options for yarn. So this was at Walmart. They didn't have like really anything that I loved, but I figure this will do for now, just for my first project. And then I did get a bigger needle. I think I just wanted to do a project that would be faster, just so I don't get discouraged. So I'm glad that we swapped for this, and now I'm just casting on and watching Gilmore Girls.
Final days of Chilton fast approaching. Yours are too. I'm feeling the look here. Yada yada yada. The Booster Club could use your help.
It's been a couple days. Last night I went to a favorites party. Also, what are we thinking about these sunglasses? I literally still have the tag on because I'm trying to decide if I like them or not. Like, I wanted some sunglasses to make me look cool, like, if I'm being honest. I have some just like average looking ones that suit my face, but you know, there's sometimes girls just wear those sunglasses that really make them just look stylish and cool. And I don't know if these are them. I thought they were in the store, but also I never wear black, so I feel like I wish they had this style in like a tortoise. They're from American Eagle. But I don't know. Do I look cool or do I look crazy? Chime in the comments. Anyways, last night I went to a favorite thing party. It was so much fun. I brought the Nod Pod weighted sleep masks because they are literally my favorite things ever. If you don't know what a favorite thing party is, you basically bring 3 gifts, all the same thing, of something that you just love and could rave about and like tell all your friends about. And then your name goes in the drawing 3 times, so you leave with 3 gifts of people's favorite things. So there was like 20 girls there, I think, and I left with 3 gifts. I'll show you guys what I got when I'm parked. But yeah, it was really fun. We played some games. Everyone brought like dessert. There was a hot cocoa bar, and while we were doing the favorite things game, I was knitting, and it was just, I love it. I think I'm obsessed with knitting now, and I'm so glad I tried it for this video. I have been enjoying that I can take it with me and work on it while I'm out and about. I feel weird like talking to you guys without my eyes. Too bad. But yeah, I was just at the party and I was still able to like listen and engage while knitting, and I just think that is like bonus points for a cozy hobby. The fact that you can do it like while you're around friends, while you're watching a movie, like on an airplane. I can't do that with my sewing machine. Okay, this was one thing in the favorites party. It is a lip stain by Wonderskin, and apparently it goes on blue and then you wipe it off. Okay, here's what it looks like. I'm gonna let it dry and then wipe it off. But let me show you what else I got at the favorites things party. First thing was this checkered claw clip. This Aloha like little zipper pouch. I love the neutral color. This is a big brand here. Little travel pouch. We've got some Dr. Bronner's chocolate, which apparently is amazing and has pretty clean ingredients. And this Osea algae body oil, which I do have and can vouch. It is amazing and smells amazing. And then the last thing was a gift card to a local coffee shop and some more chocolate. It was just so fun to hear everyone's favorite things and get inspiration, and just like hear about products that you wouldn't normally. Just be like influenced by your actual friends, you know, instead of social media. Cute! I'll see how long this lasts, and yeah, the blue just comes off like a little baby wipe. But I am at the local farmers market. It is the Saturday before Christmas, so there's a ton of Christmas markets going on. I'm meeting some friends for coffee and then to browse the market, and then we're gonna go to the beach, so I'll take you with. Okay, just shopped around the market. We're gonna go to another market. I ended up getting some cutie little vintage overalls for Legend. I'll insert a photo because I don't want to unwrap this. They are so stinking cute and it just looks so good in red, so I'm excited. I think I'm just gonna put those under the Christmas tree because, to be honest, I have not really bought him Christmas presents. I feel like he doesn't really need anything. The only thing I think I want to get him is the little Target shopping cart because he loves pushing around that cart. So I think we're gonna keep it very low-key with his gifts. And then I got some empanadas. These are so good. I honestly can't believe how much I think about knitting now throughout my day. How I just like crave to sit down and start knitting. I think you guys are witnessing my life changing. Is that dramatic? Why do I feel like I'm gonna cry? Wow. What has knitting unlocked in my soul? Oh, you guys don't want to just sit here and watch me eat? Okay, fine. I'll turn the camera off.
I will be an absolute sucker for baby.
Okay, I have finished my first knitting project. Here it is. It kind of looks like a beanie. It is just this big pouch, and the class I followed on Craftsy was actually for mittens, so I just skipped the parts that I didn't want to watch, but she helped me learn how to like enclose the seams, bind off and everything. So I kind of just did a whole DIY, just made it up as I went because I originally intended this to be a Kindle case, but then as you can see, I made it really big on accident. It was, yeah, this was the original way I was making it, and it's like double the size it needs to be, so but let's see how it goes. Cute. And then I'm figuring out what to do with the top of it. I think I'm just going to kind of like fold it down like this. Looks cute. Originally I was gonna do a flap, like a flap with like a button enclosure, which I guess I could still do. I just realized that I knitted it the wrong way because there's like 2 layers here, and for the flaps it would normally just be on one side and then the button enclosure. But yeah, I think I could still add a button and do it like this. That's an option. Or I could just have it look like this. It doesn't fall off, and I could also just like add a little button, a decorative button, maybe not functional as well. I don't know, what do you guys think I should do with this? Let me know in the comments. But I'm very proud that I finished my first project. I feel like the chunky yarn was definitely the way to go. I feel like it hides a lot of any imperfections that there were. And yeah, just really proud of myself for this. I think I'm gonna give knitting a 10 out of 10 rating for Cozy Hobbies. Okay, the last hobby I want to try is cozy gaming. So I'm gonna do a little bit of research and see if I can find some kind of cozy game to play on my iPad. So the only game I play right now is called Township, and it's basically a game where you can open up your little town. You get to create a whole town, produce goods at factories, grow crops, build houses, and then there's a bunch of like mini games as well within the game. So cute. I haven't been on here in the winter yet, and everything just turned snowy. So I don't know if this is really considered a cozy game. I feel like it is. It's pretty slow paced and it's not a huge deal like if you miss a few days, but I think I want to try something different, maybe like where you're following a character through a storyline. So I'm gonna go look on YouTube and get some ideas. Started playing this game. I think it's called Tezuki, and I don't know, I've been playing for like 3 minutes and I feel like there's nothing else to do besides wait for these carrots to harvest. Can't really do anything else, so I'm kind of over it already. I think I'm gonna try a new game called Stardew Valley. Okay, I started playing Stardew Valley and I'm trying to get the hang of it. Like I have tasks right now, but there's not like any clear way to go. I have 2 tasks to introduce myself to 28 people and then also cultivate and harvest a parsnip. It's nighttime right now. It's 11:40 p.m. So I just put my character to sleep, but I'm really not sure what else I'm supposed to do. I'm wondering if I'm supposed to leave the game and come back, but there's not a ton of direction. I'm assuming this is my energy and it's gonna go up as he sleeps, but I'm kind of at a lull in the game. I'm used to playing Township where there's almost always something to do unless you're waiting for things to be made or crops to grow. Like I know I can take a break and come back in a couple hours and check on it. So I'm wondering if that's the same here. Like it's meant to like take a break and come back to it. I just figured with these kinds of games, like the storyline would keep going as you want to play. As I'm sitting here, it just turned to 6 a.m. So it seems like it skips the night. So let's go ahead and get out of bed and see if any of our crops are ready to be harvested. Not ready to be harvested, but we are watering, which I think I'm supposed to do every single day. A letter in my mailbox, let's see. Just got back from a fishing trip. You should come down to the beach sometime. I've got something for you. Okay, that gives me a little bit more purpose. So let's see what's down at the beach, if I can figure out how to get there. I will say it's like a different experience playing these games with the sound. And I played for another like 10 minutes maybe, but I'm not sure if cozy gaming is maybe for me. I'm not sure how I feel about this Stardew Valley. Maybe I'll continue to check in on it and see if I like it, but I just feel like there's not enough guidance in the beginning to really get you hooked. When I started playing Township, there was so much to do, so much guidance that it was really easy to learn the game without feeling too overwhelmed, but also to keep you engaged and to keep playing. So I definitely would recommend Township, but I'm not sure if I really like these other games so far. And just a reminder, if there is a hobby you want to try, definitely check out Craftsy because they have thousands of videos on there to help you get started. Let me know in the comments if there's any games I should be trying or other hobbies you would recommend. That's gonna be all for today's video. I love you guys, and remember, Jesus loves you more. Bye.